What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, my friends, and let's get into it. It is the 8th day of July, and here we are at about 16 cents, 6 hours, 27 minutes left in the day here. We've got a little bit of a horizontal range going on, right? I think that's what's happening, and I don't believe that we're going lower than this low anymore, right? Cookie DAO has been very, very disrespectful. You're a disrespectful cookie to your Fibonacci retracements, really throughout this whole since like April. You've not really respected them at all. I don't expect you to respect them now, and maybe that was the fallacy we had back here where we were calling for 13.2 to 11.6. The fibs have not helped us. They're helpful in other regards, right? I mean, if we look back here, I'll show you, right? We take a high here to a low here, that low right there. We go all the way up. We actually found support at the 1272, checked back for resistance, found resistance just below the 1618, which I will say is actually kind of obscure as well, just showing that we don't respect these fibs too much. Rejected the golden ratio, found support at the 382, found support at the golden ratio here. So like we've shown significance on these larger time frames, but for whatever reason, especially recently, and even at some of these key moments, we have shown just a little disrespect or a lack of what's the word I'm looking for? Regard, a lack of regard for these levels as significance. From a high to a low, golden ratio below the 382, a little bit of an unorthodox kind of maneuver, but if you were to move up higher, typically what happens is you find resistance at the golden ratio the first time, you break through it the second time. So the next attempt up, we should see, being the keyword should see prices that are anywhere from about 63 cents to 50 cents, somewhere in that zone. We should be moving up to that area there. That's my expectation. Can we move higher? Absolutely. And we have, again, disrespected the fib. So if we stop a little bit higher than that or a little bit lower than that, don't kill the messenger. But I would think that we would at least hit 50 cents. I would think we at least hit 50 cents by the end of this month of July, if not higher. Could we be at new all-time highs by the end of July? Sure, it's possible. I don't think that we will be, but sure, it's possible. I think inevitably we are on a path that will take us up to $1.65 to $3.90 sometime in August. I'm really leaning toward this like 250, 270 area, something like that. But time will tell. We'll see how it goes. Oftentimes with the 1414, you do wick just above there, and as we've seen with this high. My goodness, why can't I grab anything? Oh my goodness, I'm having technical difficulties on my end. It's user induced technical difficulties. As you can see here, we did just miss the golden ratio. Could we do the same thing here where we go above like 270, maybe even hit $3 and above, and we just miss the golden ratio? That's possible as well. Let's get into the short-term stuff. Okay, exciting times ahead, absolutely exciting times ahead. If anybody's asked the question, you're wondering right now, yeah, okay, cool, but is it a good time to buy? Heck yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Did you just listen to what I said? Yeah, but could it go down lower? Yeah, it could. Let it drop 50% from here. That's nothing compared to the amount of gains that are coming, man. It's probably not going to drop 50%. I doubt that it even drops 10% from here, but let's go into the 1 hour time frame and validate that. Maybe even the 15 minute, because the 15 minute can be helpful sometimes. Distracting most times. Moving up here, we're on Bybit. If we're on the 15 minute, let's just go to Binance. It's got more volume anyways. Look at that. There we go. That's a more accurate reading too. More volume, more accurate reading. Volumes coming in as we're breaking out. This is what you want to see. This is good stuff, guys. We just had a little pump here. Look at that. From a low at 15.3, we just moved up a little 4% over the last hour casually. That's nice to see. Rejected the overbought area here. Rejected the oversold area. We're getting to the overbought. So now I would think we actually do push higher. Bitcoin's looking rather bullish and rather robust. I mean, we're looking at it on the 1 hour time frame. I would think that we get into that overbought zone. I don't think that we're stopping here, which would imply then that we're either going to get to like 109.6K. We're going to move up like another $1,000 or more, probably. Probably being the key word, right? We don't have to, but probably. Time will tell. And if Bitcoin's moving up, Cookie DAO should move up as well. 1 hour time frame here, looking bullish, looking very bullish. Yeah, you've broken out of your downtrend in the 1 hour. You can see it here, right? Downtrend here, broke out of it, went higher, kind of had a nice little run. Downtrend here, you're breaking out, you're just beginning this. You're going to get into that overbought zone. Ideally, you would get into the overbought zone. I think that you will, and maybe see some life like this. What happened there? You moved up. You had a nice move up, man. You had a very, very nice move up, yeah. You even kind of had a similar circumstance of this, right? You're moving sideways and then had a big move down, and then you moved up in fantastic fashion, consolidated, and then continued to move up. Moved sideways, moved down, moved up. We'll probably consolidate between like 16.5 to 16 cents itself, something around here, consolidate, and then we'll break out and move higher over the days to come, right? Maybe not today, maybe not by the end of this day. It's the it's the 8th now. We've got about 6.5 hours left in the day, just under there. maybe like 6 hours, 20 minutes left in the day. And, you know, we don't have to be breaking out above 17 cents by the end of today, but by the end of this week, I certainly would believe that we are going to be above 17 cents, if not higher than that even. 4-hour time frame looking bullish as well. I guess it's neutral, I should say. Neutral, very neutral. Bullish and bearish, absolute neutrality here. Absolutely it is, which means the price should be neutral. And it kind of is. The price is, if anything, it's kind of bearish. But neutral RSI, bouncing off the oversold zone. Where are we going to go? Probably up to the overbought area like we did the last 3 times. So, you know, bounce off this area, went to the overbought zone. Bounce off this area, overbought area. Got oversold, got overbought, you know, and then just here, oversold, overbought. Probably what's going to happen. I would think that with this, we do actually break out and we see the overbought zone. We actually get into it. And with that, we should be looking to break out of this area as a whole, not just getting above 17 cents, but getting above 18 cents and breaking out of this whole like lower horizontal range that you've been in now since the 23rd of June here. Zooming back out, once you get above about 18.5 cents, once you get above about, I would say, yeah, you know, I like this daily high close over here. Let's say 19 cents. Once you get above about 19 cents, you should be seeing some immaculate growth take place. You might be exploding to the upside, right? From this exact price, just remember, it took us 3 days to move all the way up to 32 cents. We're at 16 cents now. 3 days later, when we were here, we moved up. Here, one day, we moved all the way up to 31 cents. You know what I mean? Back here, oh, I guess we don't have that history. But back there, in the earlier days, before it listed on Binance, even more so, right? Just crazy, crazy stuff can happen. So, what is that? 18.9. Let's say 19 cents. 19 cents is that area to watch. When you get above 19 cents, we should see this thing start to fly. I would very much expect that you move up in a very fast fashion, just like this, and you should see new relative highs by the end of this month. Not new all-time highs. I'm not expecting new all-time highs by the end of July. I think that'll be reserved for August, but we'll see. I don't really have anything else that I want to say, though. I've said everything. Let's look at the long-term stuff real quick and see if we can deduce anything here. Weekly RSI looks fine. Looks good. 3-day RSI, it's bullish. It's just in a bearish moment right now, but I don't think it's bad. This is not a head and shoulders pattern. Absolutely not. If anybody thinks it is, you're wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. It's just it's not a head and shoulders pattern. That's all it is. That's all it is not, at least. Yeah, we're moving up, guys. Things look good. I got nothing else for you, so hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.